Hi guys, I'm Jay living in Seoul. Today I'm gonna talk about the song 좋아요, like. This song is from their first album, Too Cool for School. Perhaps you already know the meanings of these lyrics. It is a song that expresses the subtle feelings people felt while accidentally watching their ex-lovers' social media. The lyrics convey various emotions from line to line. I'm gonna explain the unique nuance that is delivered differently depending on the specific vocabulary or sentence endings. Let's get started. First of all, let's talk about the overall tone of the song for a moment. He is basically speaking informally, in non-honorific. He talks in a friendly, direct way of speaking, as if he were talking on the phone. Now let's take a closer look at the lyrics.
내가 올리는 모든 사진마다 좋아요 남발하는 처음 보는 저 남자 누구야?
내가 올리는 모든 사진마다 좋아요 남발하는 처음 보는 저 남자 누구야? Who's that guy I've never seen before who keeps clicking, pressing like on every picture you post? The emotion we can notice in this sentence is jealousy, and it sounds like he's talking to his lover up close. The way he asks who is he is a little aggressive and blunt. And he didn't say 좋아요를 누른 저 남자, the guy who presses the like. But he said 좋아요를 남발하는 저 남자. The word he uses here is 남발하다. It means to keep saying or doing things too much, excessively, recklessly. He's expressing that he's annoyed by that guy pressing like.
맞다 나 이제 남자친구 아니지 자연스레 네 번호 눌렀잖아
아 맞다 나 이제 남자친구 아니지. This sentence sounds like he's talking to himself in a flurry. This sentence ends with 지. This means that the speaker already knew it. He knew he wasn't her boyfriend, but he was talking to himself as if he had just found it again. 자연스레 내 번호를 눌렀잖아. In the case of the sentence ending 지, it is assumed that people who participate in the conversation know certain facts, so it is often used in conversational situations, but it can be used to talk to oneself at the same time. However, in the case of 잖아, it's a sentence ending that is used more frequently in conversational situations. The sentence ending 잖아 gives off the nuance that we have shared a lot of history. This is used to say what we both know or experience together. Or if you're talking about your own experience, it's assumed that someone who talked with you know that it's too clear or obvious for you to act like that. So the underlining phrases like, it's so natural, we know it, it was predictable, maybe you could predict.
전화나 카톡 하자니 꼭 지는 것 같고
전화나 카톡 하자니 꼭 지는 것 같고. 카톡 is short for 카카오톡. KakaoTalk is the most famous text messaging app in Korea and has various functions. It is no exaggeration to say that almost everyone in Korea installed this. You can often see BTS members talking about 단톡방. 단톡방 is short for 단체 카카오톡방, which means a group chat room by BTS members. The episodes in the group chat room were always funny. If you look up the meaning of 꼭 in the dictionary, you probably get the result like must, surely, certainly, exactly. But the meaning of 꼭 here is as if. So the meaning of sentence is when I try to call or 카톡, it feels like as if I'm losing.
싫어요 버튼은 없는데 싫어져 30몇 명중 하나가 되는 게 여기도 좋다고 저기도 좋다고 한 번만
왜 싫어요 버튼은 없는데 싫어 저 30명 중 하나가 되는 게 여기도 좋다고 저기도 좋다고 한 번만 놀자고 왜 그리 곱냐고. This is the lyrics of the song, so it's not clear where the sentence begins and ends. And the tone varies slightly depending on where it's cut off. Even if the sentence is interpreted slightly different, the meaning does not change significantly. If you put 왜 in a sentence, it's 왜 싫어요 버튼은 없는데 becomes the question. Then the interpretation would be like, why isn't there a dislike button? But if you separate 왜, that alone becomes a question of why. And the interpretation of the following sentence is slightly different. In this case, 싫어요 버튼은 없는데 can be interpreted as although there is no dislike button. If you connect this with the following sentence and place the order naturally, the whole sentence looks like this. 싫어요 버튼은 없는데도 나는 여기도 좋다고 저기도 좋다고 한 번만 놀자고 왜 그리 곱냐고 라고 말하는 저 30몇 명 중에 하나가 되는 게 싫어. It means although there's no dislike button, I dislike to be one of those 30-something who press like here and there and who leave comments like let's hang out once or why are you so pretty?
넌 나 없이 참 잘 사네 눈꼴 시려우니까 노는 것 좀 살살해
눈꼴 시려우니까 노는 것 좀 살살해. This is a very distinctive expression. 꼴 means shape, but sometimes it refers to shape in a belittled manner. In this sentence, 눈꼴 is a rather aggressive expression of eyes. 시리다 means cold and painful. 눈꼴 시다 means it's so disgusting that your eyes hurt when you see it. It's usually used in jealous situations. 노는 것 means hanging out. 살살 is a mimetic word that it means lightly. 해 is do. So 노는 것 좀 살살해 means hang out not much, lightly. It doesn't sound cool at all. He's not in a position to say anything to her because he's no longer her lover. It expresses the feeling of wanting to say something to a broken up lover even though he knows he shouldn't. I think it's the charm of these lyrics to capture and reveal people's various complex, subtle, and uncool emotions.
넌 남이 되고 오히려 더 좋아 보여 pretty woman
넌 남이 되고 오히려 더 좋아 보여. If you're a beginner in learning Korean, I wonder how you would interpret this sentence. 너 is you, 남 is other person or stranger, 되다 is become, 오히려 is rather, 더 is more, 좋아 is good or like, 보여 is look. In this sentence, 나서 is missing. So if you translate this sentence directly, it means after you becoming an other person, you look better. What does it mean? One of the old Korean song has the lyrics like 님이라는 글자에 점 하나만 찍으면 남이 된다. If you put a dot on the letter 님, it becomes 남. 님 has two meanings. One is to call a person with respect. The other is to refer to a loved one. In this song, the singer expressed her separation by saying, if you put a dot on the letter 님 in Hangul, the letter becomes 남, meaning others or stranger. So the line 넌 남이 되고 나서 after you become a stranger means after we broke up. In addition, the expression 좋아 보여 looks good in the lyrics seems to rhyme with the lyrics 좋아요, like. Suga's verse shows that flow of time. We can see what concerns he was having and what conclusions he came to about it.
친구 놈이 늘은 좋아요로 보이는 네 얼굴은 훨씬 좋아 보여 새 남친과 찍은 사진 속 택
친구 놈이 누른 좋아요로 보이는 내 얼굴은 훨씬 좋아 보여. 놈 in the sentence means a guy in a belittled manner. You can use it for a very close friend, but it can be rude to use it for someone else. Here he used the expression 내 얼굴은 훨씬 좋아 보여. Your face looks much better. It means you look better than the previous 넌 좋아 보여. You look good. Or 더 좋아 보여. You look better. And it also seems to have been used to rhyme with the previous line 좋아요 in the lyrics. The word omitted from this sentence is 인해. If you correct the sentence to make sure you understand it properly, it becomes 친구 놈이 누른 좋아요로 인해 보이는 내 얼굴. The word 로 means because of. So the sentence is like, you look much better. I happen to see your face because of the like my friend pressed.
너의 마음은 마치 단두대처럼 나를 싹둑 가차없이 잘라냈지만 난 도깨비 감투 몰래 다가가
너의 마음은 마치 단두대처럼 나를 싹둑 가차없이 잘라냈지만. What do you think guillotine is translated into Korean? The reason why guillotine is called guillotine is because Mr. Guillotine made this, right? In Korea, we refer to it as a function. It is called 단두대. 단 means cut, 두 means head, and 대 means board, frame, or place. So it's called the head cutting frame. Oh, that's so blatant, huh? 싹둑 is an onomatopoeia and means the sound of cutting something hard at once. 가차없이 means mercilessly. So 너의 마음은 마치 단두대처럼 나를 싹둑 가차없이 잘라냈지만 means your heart like a guillotine cut me off relentlessly. But next, 난 도깨비 감투 몰래 다가가 너의 일상을 맨날 보내. This line is based on traditional Korean stories. 도깨비 refer to a ghost in the form of a human being. They are said to have extraordinary power and talent, attracting people and doing a lot of mischievous jokes or mean things. If you like Korean dramas, you may have heard of the drama 도깨비. It was translated as Goblin. However, many Koreans did not like the translated title because 도깨비 and Goblin were not same. Kamtu is a traditional Korean hat. In a folktale, 도깨비 becomes invisible when he wears his special hat, and someone picks up the hat and wears it, and causing many accidents. He said he sneaking peeked into her daily life through social media, and he likened himself to the one who picked up the 도깨비's head and hid himself.
그때마다 머릿속은 백팔번뇌 oh shit 내 생각은 할까
그때마다 내 머릿속은 백팔번뇌. The word 백팔번뇌 is also said in a very Korean and Oriental culture. This is a term based on Buddhism, meaning anguish up to 108 that human feels with their senses. When someone suffers from deep agony, they use expressions such as 번뇌로 가득 차다, full of anguish, or 번뇌에 시달린다, suffering with anguish. However, when it is serious, the expression 백팔번뇌 is used. 백팔 is the number 108, and 번뇌 is deep anguish. With the six senses, eyes, nose, ears, mouth, body, and mind, and six emotions come to different pain and anguish at three different points in the past, present, and future. Try 6 times 6 times 3 is 108. Anyway, so this line expresses how complicated and full of pain in his mind.
넌 내 생각을 할까 고민하며 좋아요를 누를까 말까 수십 번을 반복해
Now let's look at two similar sentences in his verse. At the beginning of his verse, he says 좋아요를 누를까 말까. 내가 눌러야 할까 is should I press? If 말까 is added after that, it becomes or not. Should I press this or not?
내 생각은 할까 고민하며 좋아요를 누르지 말자
But at the end of his verse, he says 좋아요를 누르지 말자. The pronunciation is quite similar to 누를까 말까, press or not, but the meaning is completely different. It means he's determined not to press. These sentences which we are looking at now are not letters or conversations, but lyrics of a song. Many parts are omitted due to necessity. In fact, it may not be easy to interpret using only the lyrics itself.
나 없이 잘 사는 네가 왜 생각났지 찾아온 건 한심한
나 없이 잘 사는 내가 왜 생각났지? 찾아온 건 한심만 더. The meaning of these lyrics is also not clear if the Korean part is interpreted as it is. If you change the sentence to be more natural in everyday life, it is as follows. 나 없이 잘 사는 내가 왜 생각났지? 내 자신이 한심하다는 생각만 나를 더 찾아왔어. After I thought like, why did I think of you living well without me? I just found myself pathetic.
나도 누르고 갈게 네글 위에 난 요즘
나도 누르고 갈게 내 길 위에. 난 요즘 너 없이 이렇게 지내. I'm gonna also press the like button on your post and leave. These days I'm doing like this without you. He picked at her until he pressed the like. By pressing like, at least it's not a secret now. And pressing like once, he's just letting her know how he's doing. This is a very early song among their songs. Although there is no big discourse, grand philosophy, or complex theory, I think this song is very BTS-like in itself. First of all, the lyrics are not pretentious or condescending, and genuine and honest, and the description of human emotion is delicate. It is a fresh and awkward love story of young people. Did you guys see their stage for this song? The fact that they expressed it so beautifully on stage makes the song even more lovely. That's it for today. Did you enjoy this video? If you like this video, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. See you next time. Bye!